you like, Dad, relax a little bit. Just
Yeah, it's not even that serious. It's like, okay, so I don't know what it is, but that's just the way he is. I can't blame for being the way he is. You know.
okay. I'm sure he's
Yeah,
taking notes.
yeah. I am.
You. Thank you so much, Andile. Over to
You're
you,
welcome.
Gerald. Could you tell us about your relationship with your dad, the good and not the bad and ugly, but what could be improved?
Oh, well, I feel like at this point in my life he's pretty present because at the start he didn't used to be, but these recent years he has been. It takes me to work and back, takes where I need to go, like from the train station and stuff, and is genuinely there for me when I need to ask him something, so that's good.
Anything more about me?
Any-
Um,
No, we've not always had the best of relationships, have we? In
no.
terms of
Mhm,
because when we started living together recently, he was a teenager, and I'm
mhm.
coming in to sort of maybe put some boundaries through. Maybe you can tell them your perspective in terms of how you felt and what you thought.
And you won't get in trouble, Dan, I
Yeah,
promise. Not gonna.
I don't know, like, gets to a point where your life where you've lived a certain way so long, it's like you're kind of like rigid, you kind of like set a certain way, like set a certain setting. So it's kind of hard to just like change just like
Mhm.
that. And it's hard to like meet those expectations in like an instant.
So in that respect, was there anything that he could have done better or he could do better to make it easier for your transition?
Maybe try to be more understanding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. What do you appreciate about being with your dad and living with your dad as opposed to where you were living before?
He's kind of always active, like rambunctious. He's got energy, always asking how we are and stuff, and just
Mhm.
doing whatever around the house. So you go down the house anyway, he'll be there, and you can talk to him and stuff. He'll always
Mhm.
be doing stuff. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Gerald, would you like to answer that, or let's hear your perspective about what Dan said?
yeah. I think from my perspective, as a dad, you you get divorced, and obviously you are not the primary parent for some time, and then you come back, and the children are teenagers. They have their own personalities. I
Mhm.
think for me as a dad, it took me maybe time to get used to them, and to try and try, because I had to start learning again that relationship, to start
Mhm.
building that relationship again, because even though I'd been divorced with mom, I used to see them almost weekly, up to a point where they had grown up. But I
Mhm.
think as a dad, you forget that actually they've their own people, they have their own personalities. And when you start living together one on one every day, it's a learning curve. It's a learning curve. Sometimes your expectations maybe are a bit too much, and you forget that they're still teenagers, they're still kids, and kids will always have opinions. They'll always talk, and I think it's trying to temper that African inside you, and just be a bit more easygoing, a bit more easygoing with the kids. But I feel obviously you can't make an omelet without cracking eggs. We've had some arguments, we've had a few fallings out, but I think it has helped us both to uh, know more about each other, and sort of be more respectful to each other in terms of what the boundaries are in our relationship. And
Mhm.
I've always tried to be there for him, in terms of talking to him and things. But he's a teenager, so hopefully as he grows up, maybe I know Andile. I can tell Andile has a great relationship with his dad, but I'm just thinking at 16, 17, he might have a different perspective. So I think that's where we are now. So hopefully by the time he gets to Andile's age, he will have a different perspective.
Okay, that's good